everybody. I was looking at a rat.
That was good. Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
No te asustes, no se asuste.
That was really good. No quedó buena esa.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't planned. It wasn't. Welcome everybody, whoever's here. It's another Thursday for TLU. Let's talk about it. And today we got not as many news as what we usually have, but usually the shows actually go a long time because of the conversations themselves. So that's what we have for today. And ¿qué pasa, Johncito Bonito?
¿Qué pasa, Johncito Bonito?
Joe, Jay, qué bueno. Thank you for being here because I was going to mention you right now. Hey.
Bendición.
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 Bendición. Johncito Bonito. Mira, Jay, we were going to say that we are actively, literally, watching Boruto. So what we wanted to do is because next week we're actually going to take vacation from Twitch, which is something that we were going to announce either way. We're going to take vacation from Twitch, but that Wednesday or Thursday that we are coming back on TLU, the topic is going to be Boruto. And let me tell you, I already want to smack the shit out of Boruto. Like, I don't know if you're still here or you just entered and just left, but I really want to smack the shit out of Boruto, man. I want to keep watching it because I haven't seen Naruto like fully, so I still don't feel a connection with the story or with the main character. So we got to keep watching.
I'm kind of struggling with that. So we'll see what happens.
The thing about it is that when as we watch Boruto, the kid is, I don't know. He's cocky, but in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like his cockiness is not coming from hurt, from disappointment. Like he wants to prove everybody wrong, but not the same way that Naruto wanted to prove everybody wrong. Because when Naruto came about, he was, pushed away, cast aside, hated because he had the 9-tailed fox inside, which was, for those who don't know what a 9-tail is, it's like this huge fox monster, giant, that was sealed inside Naruto, this character. And he had to fight for approval from the village, from people. And it was, humbling, and it was so heartbreaking, and it was amazing to see this kid wanting to prove himself to the world for him to be loved. But Boruto is more like, I want to prove myself that I'm not like that I'm better than my father, or I'm not like my father so far.
Yeah, it's like a different vibe from him.
And I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea what your father apparently did or went through yet. So I'm gonna just smack you in the face. Aquí dice, to understand Boruto more, you have to see Naruto as a young kid.
I mean, but I remember seeing a couple of episodes of Naruto. I don't remember him being like his son, so.
Jay, trust me, I've seen Naruto to the fullest. Like Naruto when he's a young kid, like the first Naruto all the way up to even the fillers after the fight. At the end when Sasuke gets his mark, all the way up to Naruto Shippuden when he, fights Pain and then goes to Madara and the Ninja Wars, and when he kicks Madara's ass, and when Mike Guy uses his ultimate, 8 seal and almost kills Madara. If he had like one more breath, he would have killed Madara.
We kind of went offline right now.
We went offline?
Yeah. Me salió el tipo este, el de... Are you connected to the...
Oh, yeah, no, we're on. It still showed me.
Okay, no, pero me salió aquí. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
sigue hablando.
Yeah. Me dieron el cue acá. Yes.
Okay.
Eso, me dieron el cue.
Okay.
They gave me the cue. You went offline, but you are back. Okay.
Okay.
What the
Thank you.
fuck is going on here?
Saludos al Dro, que está por ahí también.
Al Dro, mano. Hey, man. Huepa.
Wow, papa.
Wow, papa.
Wow.
Boruto had too much teenage angst for me. That's what I'm saying. Sí. Like, Jay,
I'm really struggling to make a connection with this character. So I want to keep watching to see if he changes, because Naruto had teenage angst, but it was different. Like, I don't know how to explain it, you know?
Yeah,
so
because the teenage, it wasn't teenage angst. Like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden was more like there was really something to fight for. There was really the fighting of approval and the real threat of danger that was, you know, destroying the living, breathing essence of life of villages that wanted, you know, harmony and all that.
Yeah.
But because I haven't fully seen Boruto completely, I'm just going to keep my comments to what I think. So far, from the episodes that I've seen, Boruto is just a brat.
Yeah.
Naruto wasn't a brat. Naruto was wanting love and looking for approval from, you know, the village that actually hated him. And he wanted to prove everybody wrong, that he could become the Hokage, the savior of the village, and love everybody as they would love him the same way. And he could be the protector of everyone. Now, Boruto does protect people, but it's just his attitude towards certain things are still working through, like, not being kind of bratty. You know? But
so technically you got like our first reaction of the series.
Yes, but next week, Johncito Bonito, I mean, the week after, which is the week
I'm gonna announce.
Yeah, can you post it up? Yeah.
Basically, it's all the way at the end. So for Spotlight of the Week, Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations is going to be either May 19th or the 20th, depending on John's schedule. Then we have Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple, on May 26th or 27th. And then we have Samurai X on June 9th or June 10th. So that's going to be kind of the schedule that we have so far for the Spotlight of the Week.
Yeah, so real quick, I only managed to watch the first 8 episodes. You went offline. Okay, yes, got it. It lasted about 5 seconds.
Okay, got you. Thank you.
Johncito dice, Boruto is kind of like Naruto as a kid, but not at the same time. I mean,
I want to keep watching it. We got to keep watching it. Yeah,
but
I think I'm getting because I hadn't seen Boruto. I heard of Naruto because of John, but every time I would mention Boruto, people would be like, "Oh my God, no."
Yeah, it's just
I kind of see it.
The thing, here's the thing. They're not the same. You have to, in order for you to see what's going on, the difference, and here's a very psychological explanation, and I'm probably going to say this again when I watch it and when we have the Spotlight of the Week for Boruto. The difference of Naruto and Boruto are huge. Because remember, Naruto grew up without parents. Without parents. So he was fighting for love. Boruto grew up with his parents. So he's not fighting for love. He's just fighting to prove himself worthy of, you know, being more than what his parents are shackling him to be and trying to protect him. Again, that's what I've seen so far. But even if I see something else, that is a simple fact. Naruto grew up without parents. Boruto grew up with parents. And even in the real life states, that is actually a factor in a lot of modern families. Like when you grow up with or without parents, it's a very huge difference. But excuse me.
We'll see what happens.
And lastly, so we can jump into things. Naruto was because he was rejected by the whole village. Exactly. So he was a rebel, but at the same time, very optimistic. Yes. Boruto is what would happen if Sasuke had been the protagonist of the show.
Nice. Okay.
That is actually a little bit more of an accurate yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. But here's the thing: even with Sasuke, almost if he was the protagonist, Sasuke was more close to it, but taking it more seriously than Boruto. Like Boruto is just trying to be kind of like his father in a way that
Like the Dex's laboratory guy.
Yeah, no. Sasuke was more taking everything seriously and the becoming stronger and honing these powers. He was taking it seriously. Like that's why they're complete. Like all of them are different. Like seriously, that's the good thing. Like they are different. Like they're all different. Sasuke, Naruto, and Boruto, they're completely different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody tries to compare them, like very similar to that, I was like, oh, similarities, but they're different.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
anyway,
we want to keep watching it to see if it's like a thing that continues, or if Boruto eventually learns something and changes and becomes a likable character, because I'm struggling making a connection with him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll let you know in a week.
I made more of a connection with Shikamaru's son than him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what a drag.
I like him.
It's just he is his father's son. I was like, oh, my mom told me to protect you, man, because you're crazy as hell. It's like, yeah.
I like him. Yeah. We'll see.
So what do we got for the day, Ash?
For this week at the Legacy Universe, that's what we start with everything. Don't forget, guys, that you can visit tinyurl.com/TLU merch to get your Legacy Universe merchandise. We currently have quite a few collections. The first one is From Our Land to the Universe. You can get our signature astronaut with the Puerto Rican, Dominican, or United States flag. You can get a Legacy Masters horror section design done by Saturn_Strawberry, or a Throw It Into the Universe t-shirt. But if you are a fan of Legacy Masters, we also have t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and mugs. So if you guys are interested, all you have to do is visit www.tinyurl.com/TLU merch to get your Legacy Universe merchandise. And tomorrow, we're very excited because we are going to be playing Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8.
Village. So we are going to play right after we do Reload. So Reload is at 7 p.m. via Puerto Rico Comic Con's official Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And after that, at 8 o'clock, we are going to be playing Resident Evil Village on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Legacy Universe. So we hope to see you guys over there. You guys know that John loves to scream. So don't miss out on another Resident Evil adventure at the Legacy Universe.
The Return of the Scream Queen.
Hey, oye,
the Return of the Scream Queen.
I was screaming a lot playing Little Nightmares on Monday. So
yes, you were indeed.
I was petrified. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's been interesting to read about this game. There's been kind of a mixed reaction. There's people that say that it's not the best Resident Evil, but it is the scariest one yet, but it fails in terms of story. And then it's very interesting at the beginning with the gameplay and story-wise, but then towards the end, it
falls off.
It falls off and it doesn't get interesting. And a lot of people are comparing it, sadly, to Returnal, because Returnal has come out at the same time, and they're saying that Returnal, even though it's a very difficult game, that it's a way better game in terms of gameplay, story-wise, and how scary it is versus Resident Evil Village. So I'm interested to play this game and then have our opinions and have our experience and see if this is the best Resident Evil game or not. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. This actually, we'll see, because, the game is literally not out yet. It's actually going to be out at midnight. So these are reviews from early copies, like early copies that...
Greg Miller from Kind of Funny, he said it was the worst game he's ever played.
Yeah, honestly, I stopped really looking at reviews.
Yeah, I know.
I look at reviews just to see what people think, but I don't let it take over my train of thought and the way that I view a game. It takes a lot of practice for that thing to not overcome your thoughts, but it actually, I look at reviews just to see what people think and to compare to what I feel of when I, watch a movie or play a game. Yeah.
Look at Mortal Kombat. Like how many conversations have we had about Mortal Kombat and seen so many discussions and podcasts and everybody has a different opinion. So I don't know. It's an interesting way to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
So Johncito Bonito says, yeah, I want to request a show, but I can't. So
So,
we actually
go ahead.
paused it for a bit because we have quite a couple of things to see, and we have to manage seeing the shows mixed in with our schedule on Twitch and then John's schedule at work. So we paused it at Samurai X, and we also have Hades, which was requested by the Mammy, aka Bambi. So as soon as we finished Samurai X, which is the last one that's on the list, and then we start playing, we incorporate Hades into our schedule here on Twitch, we're gonna open the requests
again,
show again, and movies as well for you guys. So it's
again,
just a it's
we're
just
not
a way
stopping it permanently. It's just
it's just a way to keep it controlled, and then actually
dedicating time to each
actually go through and watching a hefty amount of episodes of each show and giving you guys a good review. So that's why you can't see it there.
Yeah. Ash screams in Little Nightmares, John, finally a worthy opponent.
Oh my God. I don't know if you saw the one where I screamed like a little girl and it came out.
Not like a little girl. Like that was a champion scream.
Oh yeah.
He from the soul.
He saw it because we put it in one of the lives. So yeah,
that was insanely
that came out of nowhere. Yeah, it was good though. It was good content. So.
But anyways, let's jump into the news. And the first what we got for the day is Gaming Universe. We got the Gaming Universe and a very, very extremely surprising news that we got today. And it was PlayStation announced a partnership with Discord.
Wow.
And oh, this is extremely surprising because the other day, like a couple of weeks ago, we were actually discussing how Microsoft was actually trying to acquire Discord. And it was going to be huge. Like when we heard about, Microsoft trying to acquire Discord, it felt like it was going to be a game changer for Microsoft in terms of communication, landlines and stuff like that. I mean, I'm exaggerating in that part, but who knows, But in terms of communication and having their own community software and their own, entire planet of all these things, it was going to be exciting and huge for them. But we heard that Discord actually backed out.
Yeah, but you know why, right?
But why?
Because I heard that Microsoft wanted to own Discord and Sony offered them a partnership. So Discord is working with Sony, but they're still their own company. Microsoft wanted to buy Discord. Como siempre, ¿verdad? That's what always happens with Microsoft. They get too greedy and they want everything. So I think Discord was like, no, we still want to be an independent platform. And then Sony came in. They were like, hey, why don't we do a partnership? And then you're like, huh.
Yeah, Sony.
Wow.
Sony is like a Power Ranger morpher.
No, I think Sparrow.
No.
Sparrowwolf actually wrote all of the he wrote all of the companies as characters. Like he wrote Nintendo, he wrote PlayStation, like Sony, Microsoft, and I don't remember what other company, but he wrote them out as characters during one of our lives. And I might be able to find that.
But
What I was
going to say was that Sony is like a morpher. Because, you got like these 5 people, Rangers or partners that are people that are trying to talk to each other. And then you see that, okay, let's morph together. And they form this big, humongous transformer. But Microsoft wants to be the bad guy and consume everybody. It's like, you don't know, work together instead of consuming. Like, not everything is like that. And so just to read the news, here it is, as it's explained. And this article was pretty much given by The Verge, written by Shane Gartenberg. And it says Sony is working to integrate Discord into PlayStation consoles. PlayStation is now partnering with Discord, the popular online communication service, with a promise to bring the Discord and PlayStation experience closer together on a console and mobile starting early next year. Details on what that would actually entail are slim, and Sony's announcement just says that the two companies are hard at work connecting Discord with your social and gaming experience on PlayStation Network. Whether that means a full-fledged Discord app coming to PlayStation consoles or a more limited integration, like connecting PSN and Discord accounts to more easily chat with friends off platforms, as yet to be announced. As part of the new partnership, Sony is also investing an unspecified amount of money into Discord as part of its Series H investment round. H investment round as a minority investor. Discord is one of the biggest online communities, especially for gaming enthusiasts with over 100 with over 140.
Oh, fantastic! What?
Yo, it looked like somebody naked was in the window. I was like, oh,
like you got an unexpected pic somewhere.
Yeah, no, it just you know when sometimes your eyes get like a little foggy for no reason.
Yeah,
that's what just happened to me.
Yeah,
I was like, I lost it. But for gaming enthusiasts, with over 140 million active users as of December 2020, the company was reportedly in talks to be acquired by Microsoft in a $10 billion deal earlier this year, but those talks appear to have ended, with Discord okay. I couldn't stand the noise of the freaking truck to my right. It was like
it's over.
Impossible.
Oh, because the window is open. That's why.
Yeah, because the window is open. Yeah, with Discord deciding to stay as an independent company instead. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, they messed up because it's like when you try to come over. Like, I think Discord has done really well being an independent company, and when you come over with a partnership proposal, but then you're like, hey, but we want to buy you and own you. That's when everything changes. And I think in a way, even though we were excited to see Discord be incorporated in Microsoft, because I think Xbox has a way more multiplayer games online than Sony. I think Sony is catching up to that a little bit. I think it was a smart choice for Discord to know, like, okay, we would prefer a partnership. We would prefer a partnership because then if something happens, we can just, get out of that whole mess and then still be a company. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think Sony is reaching. They're changing a lot of things, and I think they're reaching for more in terms of their products and what they want to present to the audiences. So I guess we'll see what happens. But this is going to be very interesting, and I think it's going to be very helpful when you start playing Call of Duty or Fortnite or Overwatch, and you can like connect it to a Discord and be like, oh, let's just chat.
Yeah, and Aldo says here, then they would have abandoned it just like Skype.
Oh my God, do you remember when Skype was like the thing? It's like,
I remember that.
We have to let's Skype. Hi, Bianca.
Hello.
We're like, Metaverse, Diego.
Meta.
Oh, but yeah, I remember when Skype was like a huge thing, and it's like, we have to Skype, we have to do this, and now it's like what, Zoom, Discord, and possibly StreamYard. Even when people are meeting up to chat and just do watch parties and whatever. So I think it's interesting.
Yeah. So right now, Sony again has the upper hand. Now there are, what do you call it? There's this familiar war about consoles. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but this war constantly, occurs whether Sony is the best in the gaming area of things. Or
this conversation. Yeah.
And the good thing about this is that no matter what, there is an audience for each one of them. Whether Sony has the better sales or not, it really to me, it really doesn't matter, because no matter what, I'm still going to be loyal to PlayStation. And And it's not because, but what if Microsoft or what if Xbox would have better benefits? Would you still be loyal to? Yes, that's what loyalty is. Like, I can still get the Xbox at one point, but again, there's nothing that Xbox currently have that can offer me to just buy a system.
Unless Kojima actually signs a deal with Microsoft.
Unless Kojima signs a deal with
Microsoft. Those are the rumors that apparently he's gonna do he's gonna start doing exclusives for Xbox. So.
And even then, I probably won't buy an Xbox. I would just download the Microsoft software in the computer, and that's it.
Say it live. Say it live.
But that's the thing. Like, why would Microsoft give another advantage for people to spend less money on them? I would just say, are you dumb or what? It's just like, because why would I keep spending money on something that I can get for free?
Yeah.
Like, if you do have a way for me to, I would buy your Microsoft software yearly, however it takes, instead of buying a system. And I would just, give it to you and play it. Because if I don't want to play the game anymore, I could just cancel the subscription and I'm done. I'm definitely going to finish the game in a year. Less than a year, probably, whatever game that you have that I'm interested in. I don't need to buy a system. Occupy more space over there. Subscription. I can save about $200 or $400 with just spending like $59.99 for my Microsoft software system to be installed, or whatever the price is. But there's nothing really that Microsoft or like Xbox is putting out there that is very interesting for me right now. And I'm not trying to be a PlayStation fanboy. It's just a fact. There's really nothing that it really attracts that right now, because the games that I would play in Xbox, I can play them on PlayStation.
That's true.
And the exclusives that I really want are in PlayStation, not Xbox. I'm not interested in Gears of War, even though if it's a good game, it's a good game. But there's really no driving force over there. Not Halo, not what.
No, Last of Us.
No, but I mean like the exclusives from Xbox.
Yeah.
Because Last of Us is not in Xbox.
No, yeah, it's
I'm never jumping.
I mentioned that because of PlayStation. Like it's not going to be on X. And I remember one time where they tried to do like a Tomb Raider video game. They were going to make it an Xbox exclusive, and that backfired for them, and they ended up actually putting it on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, I know which one. I know what you mean, but it was I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider, but it wasn't going to be an exclusive. It was just that it was going to be released on Xbox for 6 months. Then it was going to be released. Yeah,
but it still backfired for them.
It didn't matter whatsoever.
Yeah.
No. So anyway,
nice try though.
Nice try though. Oh, and if we go to Man Me, I'm here. Hey, Man
Hi,
Me.
Bambi.
I'm here, but I won't be for long. I have scheduled game night with Spider Popo, etc. Anyway, hello to everyone.
Perdona, Sai. Have fun.
Have fun with that.
Have fun.
But thank you for being here. Yeah. Thank you for passing by, man. So next topic we got. Wow. Nintendo will let players create their own games with Game Builder Garage. I'm pretty interested in this because I want to know exactly what depth of a game would you let me create? And we can see from here right now that it is really not going to be a super
elaborate,
huge, elaborate type of game. It's just going to be exactly what it once was in the Super Nintendo, a very 2D, pixelated game to a certain degree that can appeal, to the audience. But this game and this article is from Collider, and made by Marco Vito Odo. This was published about 7 hours ago. The article reads, Nintendo announces Game Builder Garage, which lets players make their own games. Should I share this? Should I share the page or should we keep it on the window?
You can share it.
Let's share it right now so that people see exactly what I'm reading. All right, here we go. Yes.
Oh my God. Look at the Mammy's comment. I can.
I can't read it right now.
So
What
the
is it?
Mammy says, I want to create a game where you're a gecko and you're running away from wood.
Nintendo will teach you how to make your own games with the upcoming Game Builder Garage, a hybrid between a game and a game engine. The game was announced today with a trailer that showcases its own visual scripting tools, developed to make coding easy even for beginners. In the trailer, Nintendo shows exactly how Game Builder Garage will work. By connecting different boxes, the player will be able to create statements that the game interprets as commands. For example, by connecting a button object with a jump action, the player will tell the game it wants a character to jump every time a button gets pressed. This is Nintendo's very own visual script, a tool that allows people to program without even noticing they are actually writing a code. Game Builder Garage is just the latest of multiple tools released as a way to make game development become more intuitive. Last month, Core hit the Epic Store with this intention, while Dreams allows players to build games on the PlayStation. Other more focused tools, such as Super Mario Maker, allows players to design and build levels inspired by their favorite franchises. What makes Game Builder Garage unique is that the tool will also come with guided lessons that will actually teach players programming logic.
And it's not the reasons to be excited for Dune or the GoDaddy ad that was there. So that's not the game, guys. That's not the game. Just
yes,
it's this one game Builder Garage.
Yes, and then without a doubt, the scariest part of developing games is dealing with code. A bunch of words and numbers mixed together that doesn't seem to make any sense. However, with a fun and colorful visual scripting tool, Game Builder Garage guides players through the pure logic behind games, making a complex task accessible to anyone. Behind the moving parts and funny characters, a game is not more than a set of rules. And by learning how to build these rules, anyone can develop a playable experience. Lastly, developing games is still an activity that seems alien to most people, even to those who play games every day. As technology evolves, though, building games starts to become as easy as taking pictures or making videos. Not everyone has the patience, that's actually a keyword, patience, and will to learn the craft and make the next huge success, but everybody can actually have fun by bringing their own ideas to life. Is this fun that Game Builder Garage will bring to the Switch once it becomes available?
I guess we'll see. I think.
And the man me, go to hell. Anyway.
Oh my God. So hello to Demon King. What is up? Welcome.
What's up, Demon King?
Hope you're doing well. And then the man me says, tomorrow my dreams will come true. I will see Tall Lady on Resident Evil Village. Hey, Bambi, if you want to check it out after Reload, we're going to be live here on Twitch playing Resident Evil Village. We already have the game. It's already downloaded. It's just waiting for the timer to be off, or to be done. So it can be released.
Yeah. No, I mean, when it releases, it will stop the timer. That's what you're trying to
That's what I meant.
communicate.
That's
what it's, yes.
I don't know about, I mean, it's interesting, but at the same time, I'm thinking is that you already have Super Mario Maker, which is a really famous game building concept for Nintendo. So why not expand on that instead of trying to create this new game? Because my only thing with this game is that the characters don't look as, it just looks very old school for what they're trying to achieve against Super Mario Maker that looks really, it's a mix of old school Mario games and new ones that you can like mix and match and create your own stages. So
the thing about it is that Game Builder Garage is completely different than Super Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Maker is you're building the stage for the same game over and over again. Mm-hmm. You're not building a new game. You're building a stage difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still Mario.
Okay.
It's just you're changing the difficulty of the stage. Game Builder Garage will allow you to build different types of games.
Okay.
Yeah, different types of games and different types of stages. But in Super Mario Maker, you're just building the stage. That's it. For the same game, you just got to run through the stage and that's it.
Yeah.
But Game Builder Garage is helping you build a brand new game all the time. Like for example, you see right here, this picture is like
that's a fighting. That's like a
fighting
llama
game.
fighting
a llama fighting something else, like a bunny.
Is that supposed to be like a bunny, like a tall bunny?
Yeah, something.
Okay.
It's helping you build something like that. Yeah, pretty much. But that's why it's completely different. It's not like Super Mario Maker at all, and that's why I like it. It's not a stage builder. It's more a stage builder and a game, a completely different game builder. But yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Now we're gonna jump into the what do you call it here? Bow.
Movie/TV universe, you guys.
Yes.
We're jumping in. The first news that we have for the movie/TV universe is that Hannah John Kamen is set to play Red Sonja in a new live-action adaptation. So Hannah John Kamen, who starred as a villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp and was a lead in series Brave New World, will star in Millennium's long gestating sword and sorcery feature. Joey Soloway is directing the project and co-wrote the script with Tasha Huo, the screenwriter who is showrunning and executive producing the upcoming animated Tomb Raider series for Netflix and Legendary, which I will for sure be tuning in to that. So what do you think about this news, John? Because I remember her from Ant-Man and the Wasp, but she was suffering from the classic villain situation in Marvel where they're not executed fully and they're just there to be a villain. But I thought she was good in her performance.
Yeah, so honestly, the actress part, I have no problem with her. Like it was more of the character's importance in the film, and I think it wasn't, there wasn't much dedicated towards the villain enough for anybody to care. Did it have cool powers and all that? Yeah, of course. It was a great villain in terms of the skills, the superpowers, and all that. And here's another thing. This is, I believe, and anybody can correct me if I am absolutely wrong, but I think this is the second actress that gets to play another role in the same universe of comic books.
I think so.
The very first one, let me look at the actress's name. But the very first one was in Civil War and then was in Luke Cage. Let me look it up.
Was it the lady?
Yeah, it was the lady.
Okay.
Let's see, Cage. I'm looking for the IMDb right here, just to tell you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I found it. And where is it? Michael. Alfred Wooder. Right? No, sorry, Luke Cage. Yeah, Alfred Wooder. Let me actually share her.
I don't know because I don't remember Luke Cage, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna share her right now. I'm gonna do a share the image so that you guys can see. Okay, here we go. Alfred Wooder, this lady right here.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where is it? What is this? Why am I
That's all of the project. I mean, you already shared her picture. It's fine. No, that's all of the project she's been. Just close it. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just
close it. But yeah,
there we go. That's what I wanted to find. Wow. Yeah. Oh, she's in Jason Momoa's TV show C from Apple. This is her.
Apple or Netflix?
No, it's actually an Apple.
Are you sure?
This is not the one that you think. No, this is not. What is it? The show. I'll tell you what the show is. The one that you're thinking of. I know which one it is. Frontier.
Ah, okay.
Frontier is the show of Netflix. Yeah, here it is. Frontier. Yes.
But yeah, going back to the news. I mean, I'm excited. I think she looks great for the character. I can
Yes.
totally see it. And from what I read, the creative team said that they're very happy because they have been following her as an actress for a while, and she is the character. So I'm excited to see it. I think I saw this character in a film that Arnold Schwarzenegger did. I think I showed you the picture, right? What was the name of the
Yeah.
character?
I believe it was Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah. And I had no idea that this was a Marvel character. So I think it's interesting to see it's kind of like also like a Michael B. Jordan situation where he was in Fantastic Four and then he had the opportunity to be in Black Panther as Killmonger. So I think it's kind of redemption because again, the problem was not the actress. It was just that, you know, in Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was like I said at the beginning, she was suffering a bit from the whole Marvel like situation of like, you're just a villain for being a villain because we need you for the story, and then that's kind of it. So
Yeah, I'm still I've never seen this character at all, but what I'm trying to figure out is if this is actually following the lines of Conan the Barbarian, because I don't think so. I don't think it's Conan the Barbarian.
she is. I think this is the second adaptation, if I'm not mistaken, because
Yeah, it is the second. Yeah.
there's a movie with I don't know the actress, but I saw the poster yesterday. Again, I had no idea that this was a Marvel character. I just saw it.
Me neither.
I just saw that it was announced, and I think she looks badass for the role. We'll just have to see. It's Marvel, so I'm trusting that the story is going to be good alongside the acting. So I'm not worried about it being adapted. So I guess we'll see, and we'll see how she's going to play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because she's not particularly part of the Avengers or any type of superhero groups that I know of, or is she?
No, again, not that I know of. Like I don't know much about her, but I can actually investigate a little bit because it's weird. It's like the Guardians of the Galaxy when they first came out, and nobody actually knew much about them. Those then already had followed them since their upbringing. But
they end up being like part of the Marvel universe and the Avengers thing. I'm just saying that I feel that this character is going to be completely separate from that.
Yeah,
it's like its own thing.
It was Conan the Barbarian. Yes, it was Conan. It was Conan the Barbarian. Yeah.
Oh, and Metaverse says, "Estoy apuntado para Red Sonja, papá."
Yeah.
Me too.
Nice.
I love how this actress looks. She looks very unique, different. Mano, she's gonna look badass. Now the question is the costumes, because I think Marvel has an interesting thing where they see the characters depicted in the comic books. I think Elizabeth Olsen had this situation when they asked her if she wanted to be Scarlet Witch, and they were like, "Don't Google the character. We're not gonna put you in those suits. Don't worry."
Yeah, I mean, it can be, but the difference between the Scarlet Witch and this woman is like this woman kind of has something close to what Wonder Woman could be, in terms of a warrior princess type of goddess.
Yeah.
But these are more barbarians, so they kind of don't care too much about what they're hiding.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say that she's gonna be exactly like in this photo, but if don't she the woman has, it could be something similar to her, but I'm not sure. Again, I've never followed this character. I don't know her with that much, but we'll see.
I mean, I guess we'll see. It is Marvel, so I'm definitely, and it's going to be like a whole different thing. So I'm definitely going to watch this. And I'm happy for her that she got a second chance in Marvel with a completely different character to prove her chops. So we will see what's going to happen with Red Sonja. But now that we're talking about Marvel, I want to talk about Loki.
Ooh, yeah.
Because Loki is set to premiere June 9th on Disney Plus.
Oh, finally, mira, it's
Right?
a dog collar.
So,
Like,
so Loki star Tom Hiddleston announced that his Disney Plus series is moving up its release date 2 days to Wednesday, June 9th, and the weekly episodes of Loki will release on Wednesdays instead of the usual Friday schedule that fellow Marvel shows WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier followed. So, what? Okay, that's gonna be. I'm curious to see how that's gonna pan out. I mean, we're still gonna watch it, but is it gonna be the same thing where episodes are gonna come out on Tuesday at 3 a.m, or are they gonna be available maybe at midnight?
Wednesday at 3 a.m. That's what you mean.
Yeah, sorry. Wednesday at like 2 or 3 a.m, or are they gonna be available on Wednesday at midnight? So I'm still gonna watch it. I think it'll give people a little bit more time, like you were telling me yesterday, a little bit more time for people to watch it, and then when Friday comes, we can all have a discussion about it.
Mhm.
And I'm looking forward to the show. I've been looking forward to the show ever since I saw him getting away with the Tesseract in Endgame. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen. Also, I'm very proud to say I have not seen any scenes. I have not seen any trailers. Nada. So I'm gonna go blind into the show, and I'm gonna
Me
enjoy
neither.
it. And I think this might be the show that brings back the whole theory talk.
Oh no!
It is because no. So if you're not interested in that, I would definitely recommend you guys to be off social media while you watch this show.
No.
So
No, I don't want that.
But Loki's back.
Yeah, before I continue talking about Loki, my Metaverse says here, con el éxito de Conan en los 80s, también hubo una película de Red Sonja en esos tiempos. Pues se supone que ambos personajes comparten el mismo universo, al menos hasta que Conan se fue a Marvel y Red Sonja se quedó en Dynamite.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like, what do you call it? It looks like Red Sonja is back in Marvel, unless I haven't done my research correctly. But I think Red Sonja is in Marvel now.
Okay.
Because it's actually being made by them, right? It's being made by Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so I think they're back. Yeah. Spider Popo.
Nice.
But yeah, Loki. Loki, I'm excited to see this. I mean, I've been waiting for this guy to have his own show like this. And it's exciting because it's one of the most likable bad guys that you've ever seen. And, you know, I don't know. I just don't want... Theories are going to come and go. And people will speculate. People like to have theories like that. But the reason why I loved so much Falcon and the Winter Soldier was because even though people actually brought them up, they did not populate as much as it did in WandaVision. And people could say that, oh, it's just that Falcon and the Winter Soldier didn't leave room for this. It's like, bullshit. It did. It always did.
Yeah.
Anything that has more lore than anything in the world, like even than the Bible, more lore than the Bible, will always have theories in the back of everybody's mind. Whether people choose to put them online or not is their choice. And they saw the mistake that they did by putting it and destroying people's experience with WandaVision. Even though WandaVision was a great show, there were certain expectations and certain theories and certain, experiences destroyed because of all the theories that were going around online.
Still and every waiting time on Mephisto.
And you went on YouTube and there was Mephisto this, Mephisto that, and then this and this, and then Fantastic Four and blah, blah. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then they were saying, I think Kevin Feige confirmed the other day that Doctor Strange was going to appear in the final episode, but that he was cut. He was cut off, but because it would take away from Wanda and I think the most hilarious thing is how surprised people act when we've been throwing out these theories for a whole entire season, for every episode, expecting Doctor Strange to come in, and then they made the choice not to show him. So, I mean, it was kind of the same thing with the whole when the Marvel trailer came out, that they were celebrating the movies and they announced the dates and everyone was like, "Oh my god, officially!" And I was like, guys. come on.
Yeah, no.
Like Shang-Chi was moved like months ago to September, and Eternals. I think the only thing awesome about that trailer celebrating the movies was that we got a first look at Eternals, and it was like what, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
2 seconds that we saw Angelina Jolie's face, and
But
so
we saw Angelina Jolie. We saw Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek,
We saw
Rob Stark.
yeah.
May he rest in peace.
What?
The character.
Oh, I'm like,
no, the actor's fine. I said
hell?
Rob Stark, may he rest in peace.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
killed at the Red Wedding. But yeah,
Sorry, I'm back, guys. Oh, you left?
Oh,
Okay. I
hi,
didn't even
Spider
notice
Purple.
you left.
Welcome back. Welcome
you
back.
said guys like 3 minutes ago, and then you're back.
I think he
I'm
wrote
like-
guys, and then he probably left to do something, and then came back. That's why he's
I
saying
mean,
that maybe.
It's cool, man.
It's
It's
cool.
like you do what you gotta do. It's
But yeah, I haven't seen anything from Loki. No trailers. No.
rest in 2 pieces.
Rest in 2 pieces.
Decapitation.
Exactly.
Yeah, decapitated by like a wolf.
I haven't seen anything from Loki, so I am going blind into the show, and I'm staying off of social media as I did for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that's going to be my new thing. And I'm not. We're going to talk about the episodes. We're going to talk about possibilities, but I'm not going to be splattered and like stuck on theories and like I want to see this. You know, it's because I felt it with WandaVision. I really felt it, and I was just like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, no, and. You know, people should take their own time in watching things. You know, don't go too desperate, and if you can do so. Like watch it on release hour. Like maybe it's Wednesdays at 3 a.m. in the morning, or just watch it later on during the week. I don't let your fun be ruined by social media, by the pressure of the media, by pressure of people that are like, I don't know what to say, but just do it on your own time. Do it on your own time. Don't worry about that. But yeah, and man, what the heck? This is out of context, but did I mention I have signs of trypophobia? Yeah, I get goosebumps when I see small patterns.
You're gonna have to explain that a little bit more, because.
What? Yeah. Anyways, what's the next news?
Next news and the last one before we have our spotlight of the week, which this week we have Without Remorse. So if you guys have seen Without Remorse, starring Michael B. Jordan, we're gonna talk about it this week. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
So good. But the last news that I have is that Tom Cavanaugh and Carlos Valdez announced their departure from CW's The Flash. So Cisco and Harrison Wells. Harrison Wells.
Yeah.
They are leaving.
AKA the Reverse Flash sometimes.
Yes, they are leaving the show on season 7. So what happened with Tom's situation, who plays Harrison, he was technically set to end his run as a series regular with season 6, but after the pandemic shutdown, he stayed to wrap up those storylines and with the first 3 episodes of season 7. So in the first 3 episodes, we're going to see his storyline wrap up, and then Cisco's storyline is actually going to wrap up in the season 7 finale, but the creators, producer and showrunner Eric Wallace, said that he is keeping the door open for both actors to return as guest stars. So I haven't watched this show in such a long time because I can't stand Barry Allen in the show. I'm so sorry. It is not Grant Gustin's fault. It's how the character is written and the directions that the actor is receiving to portray this character. So I haven't been up to date with what's happening with the Flash. I am sad to see these two go. I will say that. Say that.
Real quick, I want to answer something here. It says Spider Popo says, is that based on a video game, the Michael B. Jordan series? No, but what happens in the end, yes.
You gotta
And
you gotta stick around, Spider
yes,
Purple.
stick around for our review of the movie, and we'll explain that. But yes, it's based on books of a famous writer, which is named Tom Clancy. He has like a lot of books and a lot of video games that are based on his books. So yes, definitely. And then lastly, the man me says that he says that it's a phobia where you can't even look at small patterns. For example, when you mess up an anthill. I gotta share my fears because you can get revenge for the lizard pig.
Don't do that, mammy. Wow.
No.
At least he's being nice about it. He's like, hey, here are my fears because I know that I posted a lizard pig. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. So
that's just what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
Watch your back. I'm kidding.
Watch your back. Watch your back.
No, man, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Worry, but don't worry. Anyway, falling back. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, yes, I haven't seen The Flash in a long time. So yeah, when I did watch it, I was very fond of the character of Harrison Wells. Like I didn't want him to
and Cisco.
Yeah, and Cisco, but I didn't. But the thing about these two characters, at least, I got to continue watching the show because the character of Cisco and the character of Barry Allen became too whiny. Yeah, and the characters became too whiny. Too like
very
just bothering me, and I'm not your friend anymore, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh gosh, like. Am I watching a soap opera or a superhero show?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Barry Allen got
I'm not saying don't have a story, but the story was too much of a like the female protagonists and the females in the show were more stern and secure of their choices than the male characters in the show. Pulling aside Harrison Wells and the detective, the father of Iris, but Barry and Cisco, those two characters were like guys, like pull your shit together, seriously. Like this is ridiculous, and that's why I kind of stopped watching the show, not because of that, but again, the show wasn't worth of bashing and all like that, but I even remember Aldros mentioning that he actually stopped watching the show because of those same reasons.
Yeah, he said I remember Aldros told us that he felt that Barry Allen, even though he got his powers, he was still depending way too much on the Star Labs team. And it's not that you can't depend on the team, but you can't be like at 100%. When you're the Flash, bro. You're the Flash. You got to figure it out,
Yeah, and it was a bit annoying, Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sad to see them go. I just don't know. I guess we'll see how it wraps up. I am curious, though. I feel like I'm waiting until they say that The Flash is going to have a last season to see if we can watch the show completely and then see how it turned out. Because I know that Supergirl is gone, and I don't know if I think The Flash is still doing really well in terms of ratings and all that stuff. Because I think it's been the longest show, right? A superhero show. No, Arrow.
What is this? Is season 6, right?
Yeah, I think it's season 6, and what's coming up at season 7.
I think it might beat Arrow for maybe 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Yeah. But here in the comment section, Mammy says, "Yeah, I better watch my back meat." No, don't worry about it. I'm just joking. You don't have to worry about anything. And Benever says, "Flash se acabó como en el season 3, como mucho season 4." Yeah, I think it was over. I think that's when we stopped.
I think that's when we stopped.
Season 4 was, I think, when I stopped because season 1 was revealing revelation of the Flash, the Yellow Flash, Reverse Flash. Second season.
What wasn't it? Zoom?
I don't know. What's second season was Zoom? I can't remember. Season 3.
I think it was Zoom first, and then Reverse Flash.
Then was like Super Ultimate Flash or something like that.
And then
where he was from the future.
Flashpoint at some point showed up as well, but that lasted for like 3 episodes and then it went away. So
Yeah, it was. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
But also Metaverse says here, Flash tenía lo que yo le llamo la fórmula Messenger. Llega el baddie, el baddie te da en la cara, el equipo descubre cómo vencer al baddie y el héroe vence haciendo algo que pudo haber
That's
hecho
true.
desde el principio.
And
Yes,
you know
just
what's
for
the problem with that?
right, just for our English viewer,
Yeah.
viewers, what he's saying is like Flash had the formula of Messenger, where the bad guy, arrives, the bad guy, hits in the face and
Mhm.
beats the protagonist, the hero's ass. The team behind the hero discovers the weakness, and then the hero does something that he could have done since the first episode of this season.
Yeah. And I think that pattern, even though it was different villains, it became too repetitive, in my opinion. Because you already knew that even though you were getting a new villain, you already knew that the formula was going to be the same. Villains here. How do we stop it? We failed. So yeah, it was. Flash was very on and off for me. I think we saw it up until season 4, and we have a box. We have a box with like all of the 3 seasons here.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
The first 3?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We do. We have the collection. I remember we bought that one and we bought Gotham as well, which I thought that Gotham was really good at the beginning, but then somewhere towards the middle it got sloppy, and then season 5 apparently it picked up, which was the last season.
Okay. I am trying to look information for season 4.
Mm-hmm.
Developing writing, casting, film, music, marketing. Yeah, I'm trying to discover exactly what Crisis on Earth X, Honey Shrunk the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
We Are the Flash. I'm trying to see a little bit of description from the episodes because, after the Enlightenment begins, Marlies joins Team Flash as Cecil goes into labor. Marlies uses Cecil's powers to send Barry into Cisco consciousness and find the good left in him. Barry finds Ralph alive, and together they find the good Devo dead.
Ralph! What? Ralph was the guy that was fired because of his comments. The actor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uh-huh. I didn't like his character at all, by the way. What I saw.
In his conscious, Devo multiplies himself to fight both Barry and Ralph, taking down Team Flash. Barry and Ralph make it to the Nexus. Barry wakes up in the real world, and Ralph reclaims his body just as Devo is about to kill Cecil. Hologram, Team Flash. Nora, she claims to have made a big mistake. Earth 2. Joe and Cecil's newborn daughter, Jenna. The Flash. I can't really remember because this is season 4, so season 3. We saw the season where the Flash had a daughter, right?
You saw it. I didn't see it.
I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one that was.
I stopped in season 3 or 4, and you kept watching it until like season 5, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember which one that was, but anyway,
I guess we'll see.
I stopped at,
I would like to.
That was my last season. When he had a daughter.
I would like to watch it at some point, see how it ends.
Me too.
Just out of curiosity, but. Guys, we are actually wrapping up. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. Today was going to be a short show, and we were just going to talk about, some news here and there, but we wanted to have a spotlight of the week. And yesterday we had the opportunity to see Without Remorse.
This
is an American action thriller. It's based on the 2010s modernized version of the 1993 novel of the same name by Tom Clancy. Yes, Tom Clancy, the guy who has all of the video games. And this is a film, but Amazon Prime also has Jack Ryan, which is a great show with John Krasinski. This film is directed by Stefano Sollima, and it stars Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Bell, and Jodie Turner-Smith, among many other actors. And the plot follows John Kelly, a U.S. Navy SEAL who sets out on a path of revenge after his pregnant wife and unit members are killed by Russian hitmen. So this film, we saw it yesterday. I think it's I know that it's been very mixed. There are some groups of people that love this film. There are some groups of people that say that they have seen the story done before and better, and that they didn't like Michael B. Jordan's performance. I think that for what Tom Clancy stands, it's more action based. And in terms of action, this film delivered. There are quite a couple of scenes that I loved, especially the car scene when he turns the car on fire. There's an airplane scene, which is really freaking cool. And I think that for the story that it was telling and the type of movie that it is, if you have seen like Jack Ryan and if you've seen the video games as well, I think it's a good mix of both. And it's exactly what I was expecting. I liked Michael B. Jordan's performance. I thought he was really good in this film in terms of how he managed the story and the action sequences within it. And I enjoyed this film. I did have a fear because there is a scene that they show at the end. I had a fear that the movie was going to end in that way. And if that happened, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you haven't seen it. And if I felt that if the movie ended the way that I thought it was going to end, that I was going to hate it. But it actually turns out that they are trying to set up in a mid-credit scenes. They're trying to set up the Rainbow Six on Amazon Prime. So I think it's going to be interesting. I do want to see a sequel of this film, or see if Michael B. Jordan is actually going to lead the Rainbow Six team, which I think that's what they're trying to set up. And then there's going to be like a whole Tom Clancy section on Amazon with Jack Ryan, and then you have Michael B. Jordan's character. And we have to see what's going to happen with The Division, because I know that there is a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain, but that's actually going to Netflix. It's not going to go to Amazon Prime. So I enjoyed this film for what it was. It's an action film. It's simple. It's straight to the point. It doesn't have to extend the story. And again, I think that people were expecting a little bit too much from the type of film that this is. I did see the trailers and I knew what I was getting myself into. So I thought it was fine, and I want to see a sequel. So
yeah, I like the film. Like there's very little performances of Michael B. Jordan that are bad. Like very little.
Yeah.
And he's becoming this type of character where you can tell the strength in terms of the acting, the strength of Michael B. Jordan, and you see it, and then you're like getting accustomed to seeing it all around. Some people will get tired, some people won't get tired, some people just like Robert Downey Jr. Now you see him, this is Robert Downey Jr. in a different film, but that also is a little bit unfair sometimes, because sometimes it's the case where we see so much diversity of the character that you've already seen everything. Yeah. And then you come to the conclusion, oh, it's Robert. No. Sometimes you see a lot of too much of his variety that it's hard to, pinpoint. It's just Robert Downey Jr., or it's Michael B. Jordan. But in this case, I really like the story. Some people were saying that we've seen this story done differently and better. Yeah, I think it was overly dramatically exaggerated on that side. Like, yes, we've seen government stories been made in different ways. And you could say, oh, it's been done the same but better. I disagree in terms of the better thing, but it's different. It's still different because there's different lines and ways of how the government can fuck somebody up and ruin people's lives. Yes, if you're talking about, oh, his family died, that's why he's, getting revenge. I get it, because if we're speaking of that particular subject, that's what happened with the Punisher. His family got killed by someone in the government. Directly. And, he's seeking revenge. But I guess that's what people are trying to say. But I still enjoyed the fact where, I don't know, it's just Michael B. Jordan in a different scenario.
Yeah.
There's a different ideology in why this particular thing happened. So it's still a different story.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a different story. And I would like to see somebody, make a better story. And if you do, good for you. You did it. But there's a couple of scenes that I really enjoyed where you could actually see the dedication of Michael B. Jordan wanting to, go the extra mile and, performing maneuvers and hard scenarios that will probably, just end your life. And to try and make it more believable, the situations that he was going through in this film. And it was really exciting. And at the end, like the last 20 minutes, you say, oh my God, is he really going to live or not?
Yeah. And for me, I think
that was the question mark, because this film actually made you believe. I mean, I'm sorry, this film actually made you doubt whether he was going to live at the end or not.
Yeah.
And that was what kept me still, there, because if we're talking about the Punisher, the Punisher is going to live because he's going to continue being in the Marvel universe. Now, with these characters of Tom Clancy, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know unless it's Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan has thousands of books, thousands of movies, of shows. And for those who don't know, like Ben Affleck did Jack Ryan. The movie's called The Sum of All Fears. Alec Baldwin actually made Jack Ryan.
And Harrison Ford, right? Harrison
Ford made 3 movies of Jack Ryan.
And Chris Pine. Chris Pine was the last one before John Krasinski, actually.
Exactly. Chris Pine made Jack Ryan. John Krasinski made Jack Ryan. So Jack Ryan has a whole of books and all this.
Yeah.
But then, and sorry to cut you off because I know you were going to say something.
It's okay.
But like to reference you at the end, they do reference the Rainbow Six team.
That for me made up the whole film.
That for me
that made the whole film better.
Was exciting on its own. It was like, oh shit, now they're like connecting and jumping into all these things.
That was the moment that I was like, holy shit, I need a sequel right now.
Look,
and I need to see this.
Can you guys see the goosebumps? Can you see the goosebumps? Oh,
yeah.
Man. But at the end of the film, they actually reference the Rainbow Six games. In this case, the Rainbow Six team.
Yeah.
That is a something that a certain character is alluding to create because of the reasons that happen in this movie. And they quickly explain like why Rainbow Six needs to be made.
Yeah.
Like needs to be created. So it actually, for me, it was a good segue into creating these video games into movies now. Now it's going to be completely different because this is a very different type of adaptation of a video game into film, where when we adapt video game movies into film, they go out of whack because they don't follow the story and here and there. The Rainbow Six video games also are being made because of books that exist. So whether it is going to be from the games or from the books, that's a whole different story. So there is possibilities of making something great. Now, is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be a show? We don't know. Honestly, we prefer this to be a show. And like a 10-episode show. Michael B. Jordan can actually lead it if he needs to. But I've always said that video game adaptations work better if they were films. Shows, because it has more room to breathe and more room for expression on what the story is in a video game. Because a video game story is more like 6 hours or more. So you can easily bring a story of a video game in a 10-episode series, a limited run or something, just like they were about to do with The Last of Us on HBO Max. So whole family being murdered feels like 90s action movie.
But you know what made it worse in this, and this is in the trailer, this is not a spoiler. His wife was actually pregnant in this one. And she was due in a month, and that's when she gets killed. So I think I just think, in a sense, I don't know what people were necessarily expecting from this film. because
Yeah.
I saw the trailer and I knew exactly what I was getting myself into. It's the
Mhm.
story of this guy who loses his pregnant wife and baby, and then he sets out on a path of revenge. But then he uses the advantages that some people in the government give him to actually find the person who did this and other things that happen in the film. So for me, I thought it was perfectly fine. I thought it was very simple, straight to the point. And if this was going to be like the base for what they want to do with the Rainbow Six and Michael B. Jordan leading the Rainbow Six in the Tom Clancy universe in Amazon Prime, it works for me. Because then if they were like, wasting too much time on giving him like a backstory and extra scenes and all that stuff, then people would have been complaining like it's too long, it's too. But this movie, what you see in the trailer is exactly what you're going to get. And if you are a fan of action stunts, this film does it really well. Like I mentioned, there's a scene with the car which was very impressive, the way that they did it, and the airplane as well.
And they showcase that scene so much in the trailers that
yeah. So I just I don't
sorry,
know.
go.
I don't know. I just don't know what people were expecting when they went to see Without Remorse, an action movie starring Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
like it's.
I still feel like the problem with studios is the way that they build the trailers. You should not put your best scene in the trailers. Like, you gotta stop doing that, because to be quite honest, I've seen different scenes and they've been impressive, and action sequences and all that kind of stuff, and you feel like you have seen it before. But the one good scene that has never been done ever in action movies, why would you showcase that on your trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the fire scene when he turns on the fire of the car.
Okay, so if you see the trailer for this film, you've seen the film essentially.
Yeah. So I like the movie. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
I probably give it a 7 out of 10.
I give it like a 6.
Yeah.
6.
And the fact that they showed the best scene of action and like tension in the film on their trailer, fail. Because it actually takes away from the experience of people wanting to figure out and not saying what they did say, which is they watch the trailer, they watch all that you exposed in the movie, and at that point, nothing is a surprise.
Yeah.
It would have been such a surprise if this scene would have been only seen once the movie was released.
It was like the equivalent.
It's all psychological, man.
I remember when they showcased the Wonder Woman trailer in the DC fandom, and I was so disappointed with two things. I was disappointed with the fact that Cheetah was revealed in the trailer, because I thought that it would have been super cool if they were like, oh yeah, this is the incarnation of Cheetah, and it's just Kirsten Wiig wearing like cheetah boots, and you're just like, oh, that's it. But then you go and see the movie. Even if you were going to be surprised in a good way and a bad way, it was something that was kept secret. And then they showcased Wonder Woman with the golden armor, and I think that would have been such a cool reveal for the film, even though it didn't have a strong base to it, So,
and you know who does it best?
Who?
You know.
No, I don't.
That magical company that the mouse runs.
Oh, Disney. Yeah.
Marvel.
Marvel has certain trailers that they showcase everything that's going to happen. I think it happened with Captain Marvel, and that's why I only see teaser trailers. Like, I've only seen the teaser trailer for Shang-Chi, and that's it. I'm not going to watch anything else. Loki, I haven't seen anything, so I'm really trying to stay away from trailers. I remember that we saw this trailer because we were invited to Cine PR.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about WandaVision, and I think Mag put it, and we reacted to the trailer. So that's the only reason why we watched it. So I just feel, and I wish that trailers would go back to what they were before. Like, if you YouTube a movie from the 90s or the 2000s and you YouTube the trailer, it's just so bad. The trailers are so badly done. They have like this corny music, and you're just like, oh, this is so crappy. But you would actually go to the movie theater, and you were like,
in a world
exactly
where chaos is familiar.
Exactly. But then when you go to the movie theater, you're like, wow, damn, this movie was good. I was expecting it to be shit. So I miss that. I miss that magic of not knowing and
I'll tell you this. People thought that Godzilla 2000 was shit. I enjoyed the heck out of that movie.
I mean,
I enjoyed that movie.
I think it's pretty bad. I think it's pretty bad on the lore part, but it is a guilty pleasure. It is a guilty pleasure because I think I saw that movie in theaters. I think my dad took me to see it in theaters, and I was obsessed with Godzilla. And I know the Godzilla fans were like, "This is shit. This is such a shitty movie."
Do you remember the 90s? I think the 90s or the early 2000s Godzilla like animated show. Godzilla ding ding, Godzilla ding ding, Godzilla.
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't. I've never. You have to show me. I've never seen it.
He looked like the dinosaur from Rugrats, but like 10 times taller.
Reptar?
And greener.
Oh, Reptar.
Yeah.
This is a good film, guys. Give it a chance. Please don't expect a lot from this film. I don't understand. This is not an Oscar-worthy film. It's an action film. It's a great stunts.
Cool action movie. It's a
good performance. A good performance by everybody in the cast. A very good performance by Michael B. Jordan when it's required to have it, because in his emotional scenes he was very good.
There was another scene that I like. Well, I'm not gonna. There's a couple scenes that you guys can look at and say, yeah.
But yeah, go see it. Go see it. It's on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's gonna be free for you to watch. So our spotlight of the week is Without Remorse. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
Without Remorse.
Hey, we done, guys. Do you have a throw it into the universe?
I have a throw it into the universe.
No,
I do.
Let's see.
I do have a throw it into the universe, and it was because of this movie. It was because of this movie, and I would really love to actually see the Ghost series. The Ghost Recon.
I told my mom, because my
I would be really excited to see this.
My parents are here, and this was one of the movies that they wanted to watch, and we were waiting for them to come here to watch it. It premiered on last Friday, I believe. Mm-hmm. We watched it, and when they said rainbow, we were like, "Oh my god!" And my parents were like, "What?" And I explained my mom, Rainbow Six Siege, and then John and I actually play Ghost Recon. It's like a co-op game from Tom Clancy. It's really cool. And I remember I looked at John and I was like, they have to do Ghost Recon. So.
Yeah. And I think that these like Ghost Recon, I really think that this should be just like a Jack Ryan TV show from like John Krasinski's. Like it should be a show that would belong in Amazon and it would have 10 episodes. Like Ghost Recon or Rainbow Six Siege, or not Siege, just Rainbow Six in general. These Jack Ryan books should be TV shows.
I really think that The Division should move to Amazon, because I think Amazon is already establishing a really good Tom Clancy cinematic universe.
Yeah,
a mix of series and movies, and I think. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with The Division. That's the one that I want to see the most, but that's the one that I've known that it has been in production for so many years with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's under his company, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. And I know there is is it a movie on Amazon Prime or a series?
The what?
From The Division. There's already a film.
There's a film, but it looks like it sucks.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see. But I like the Tom Clancy cinematic universe that they're trying to push in Amazon. And it's good action. It's good action. It's like Mission Impossible, but based on video games in a way. I could see it that way in terms of stunts, So
yeah, I could. But you see, the thing about action movies is that how far can you go with something new that has not been done before? It's a very hard thing to do. Where comic books, you already know exactly what the line is, and it's like overcoming the villain and moving forward and see how the multiverse gets fucked up. Action movies is what action stunt can overcome the last one that you did, which is like Mission Impossible, just like you said. Which is it going to be another bridge this time? Is it going to be another a building that he's going to be climbing? Another airplane. There's always the stunt of the movie that overcomes the other one. So but I don't think that Jack Ryan is going to be that type of. I mean, the Tom Clancy films are that type of thing, or that Tom Clancy shows. It's more of how can you make this story be very relatable to what we're going through right now, or something that we can actually open our eyes to that we have no idea that is happening in the world. Which there's so many happening around the world in terms of these things that we're blind to it because of our own selfish needs and situations, where we should just look at the news, read, and be more common sense. Use more common sense than just our own corner, like what's going on there. Like there's more things happening around the world. But a Ghost Recon series would be very cool. I think that's my throw it into the universe. A good Ghost Recon.
I think I'm with you on that because I told you yesterday, so I'm with you on that for sure. What's up?
Lastly, I know that this is still happening, I think, but the Lord of the Rings show on Amazon, I hope it turns to be amazing. That's it.
I think it will. I mean, they canceled the video game to focus on the show. I think it will. It's going to be fine. It's not a Game of Thrones situation. I think Game of Thrones, HBO is really trying to, play their cards with what they did in season 8. And I think they're trying to make up with these new shows. Lord of the Rings had amazing films. I still have to watch one more. Amazing films. And I think that they have years and years of gaps in order to do a series and do it well. They have The Hobbit too, which I heard they were not as good as Lord of the Rings. I have to watch
personal references, but it'll
be fine.
I guess Lord of the Rings actually was more epic because
I'm worried about the Game of Thrones ones. I'm not particularly. I think House of Dragon I'm interested in, but I think HBO is really stretching the gum, tirando el chicle with this show and all of the prequels and sequels and things that they want to do with Game of Thrones, and I'm not here for it. So I guess we'll see, but that'll be fine.
Yeah. So and Aldros down here says they should call it Rainbow Verse, though a lot of people will be confused. Yes, a lot of people will be confused. Yeah. So I think that the real name should be Tom Clancy's Universe.
Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy's Cinematic Universe.
No.
That's too obvious. We'll figure out a name for it.
Tom Clancy's Universe. I think that sounds perfectly fine.
We'll see. But that's going to be all, guys. Today was a sweet, short, hour, 30-minute show for you guys. Like always, thanks for joining us. We love you guys. Thanks for always being here and supporting us at the Legacy Universe. Friendly reminder that you can follow us.
First.
I love it. You can follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter under the Legacy Universe to check out the latest updates, our schedule, and other fun content that you guys might be interested in. If you guys want to see this live, it is going to be up on our second YouTube channel, the Legacy Universe Live, by tomorrow. And during the week, I'm going to post the highlights on our main YouTube channel, the Legacy Universe. A friendly reminder that in terms of Spotlight of the Week, we have Boruto, Naruto Next Generation. That's going to be on May 19th or the 20th. Kenichi, The Mightiest Disciple, on May 26th or the 27th. And then Samurai X is going to be June 9th or June 10th. And we also have points redeemed for Hades by the man me, aka Bambi. Tomorrow we have the PRCC Reload. So it's going to be at 7 p.m. via the Puerto Rico Comic Con's official Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We're going to talk about our favorite entertainment news of the week, but it's going to be in Spanish and Espanol.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget that tomorrow, right after Reload, we will be playing Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8.
Village. We're going to go live anytime between 8 to 8:30 on twitch.tv/the Legacy Universe. So if you want to see the return of the Scream Queen, aka John, and possibly me, we hope to see you. We hope to see you there between 8 and 8:30 at twitch.tv/the Legacy Universe. Also, I want to say that I'm checking. There's nothing else, but next week. So technically tomorrow is going to be our last stream of this week. Next week, we are not going to stream. on Twitch. We're going to take the week off, a little vacation, because, my parents are here and we want to take some time to be with them. But don't be surprised if sometimes, we'll be like, oh, we should stream something, and then we'll go live randomly. So next week, there's not going to be any streams. We will come back by the 16th, I believe. Am I correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we will be coming back on Sunday the 16th with more Cuphead, as we are, we're getting closer to finishing. We're going to stream that week and the week after. And then after that, we are actually going to take another week off because we are going to be doing some other things. So thank you, Aldros.
Yes.
And don't forget that if you don't see us on Twitch, you can join our Discord community. We love sharing trailers, and then just, I think it's fun to wake up and
go back and watch our YouTube videos that we've done since we began this thing.
But I think it's really fun to have the Discord community where we wake up and everyone's just like, have a great day, and we're sending trailers and sending pictures, and you guys are awesome. So we hope to see you guys. We hope to see you guys over there. So thank you guys. Nos vemos tomorrow. Reload, and then Resident Evil Village here on twitch.tv/The Legacy Universal. Goodbye, good friend, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go.